Right, hopefully we get a load of people on. Oh, I've got a new cable for that microphone, so hopefully it works properly today. We'll just check the volume levels by alt-tabbing, and yeah, the volume looks good on that. I don't think it's peaking too much. I could always turn it down ever so slightly if it's peaking. There we go. So I'm up to playing different games today. I'm on Kingdom Come Deliverance at the moment, but if people want me to play something else, we'll go on to something else. So I just was playing this before I came on, so I thought I'd carry on with this. Say hello when you're on, but so I might play something else rather than this, because this is a bit more of a story game where, you know, you're meant to be listening to stuff. So if it's not, you know, the best thing to stream, we'll do something else. Oh, I can report that camp's destruction while I'm here to Bernard, so I'll go do that. At least I can sprint a lot more than I used to be able to, because like your stamina and everything in this game, you obviously level up as you play. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Hopefully the music in this isn't going to get me a copyright strike. But with Warno the other day, I got like 7 copyright claims from the one bit of me playing Warno, so if I play that again on stream, I have to turn all the game's music off, annoyingly. Because that's one of the things that annoys me, where a lot of games have good soundtracks, but then, you know, you just get completely demonetized if you're streaming them. Should probably be easy, faster, wouldn't it, to just fast travel to that side. That's alright. Oh, hello to you anyway. But, yeah, I'm streaming later today, so I can just do a decent length stream like now, and it's good for most of the American viewers and that, because some of the streams recently I've done earlier in the day. Very hard doors, it's probably not that one. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, thank you. Yeah. I wonder if you can get pole arms like that, like a halberd, because obviously in this I've not really had any pole arms. I've only had the like little swords and that to start with.
I have some trophies.
Let's see. Bastards deserved it.
I've taken care of the camp.
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
Pleased to hear it. And that's not all. There's some trouble on the road to Sasau.
That's quite a lot of money for an MM1, but if you're happy with it, that's, you know, that's the thing, isn't it? Has it got the bag and at least everything with it for that price? Because obviously the one I've got back there has got the, you know, came with a bag and a filter and everything. Although I think the filter it came with was just a GP5 filter rather than the proper EO14 or whatever an MM1 should be issued with. Did he say there was some more bandits for me to do? Ah yeah, there we do. There we go, kill the camp leader. Right, let's go get those bandits. So I might as well fast travel to that place. Sasau, whatever it is. And then once I get there, sort of just travel on horseback to the other place. Ah, good. Yes, it's got an EO16, so I had my EO16 down there somewhere. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so one of these, EO16. Nope, I don't want to put the volume up. One of these, EO16. Turn the volume back now. Yeah, I need to give that a wipe as well because it got coffee on it that day I spilled the coffee. Although I think that's an EO65K, isn't it, that one? But it's, yeah, it's technically an EO16. Ah, cool, yeah, all my MM1s have been East German as well. Right, is this an ambush? Let's see how well I do. Right, my objective isn't too far from here anyway, so it was a good place to be ambushed. Technically, assuming I survive the ambush. There they are.
Show what you're made of!
Jesus Christ! You'll get all you've got.
Oh, there's like fucking 4 of them. Oh, 5 of them?
I'm gonna enjoy
I'm gonna probably get completely wrecked if there's this many of them, because they're all around me. Shit. Yeah, that didn't go well. Alright. Okay, yeah, I've got like the 2 compartment one. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance on stream if, like I said, if I all the way back there. I'll just play it when I can concentrate a bit better on it when we're not streaming. So, could do Steel Division 2 while I'm waiting for people, or Half Sword again. That's Half Sword's kind of similar. But, like I said, if I do War now, I'm going to have to mute the game and then, turn the music off. Because, annoyingly, like I said, that did the bloody thing of, getting stream completely demonetized yesterday. Yeah, my one's got the 2-tier compartment one. Is it like, have you, but yeah, most of these German bags are 2-tier, aren't they? 2-tier Kia. Let's have a look at mine. Hang on. Or is my one just one big compartment? I'll actually tell that. Man, never mind. I'm not going to pull all that over to have a look. I think mine might be one big compartment, but it has like a thing you tie around the filter to keep the filter above like the air hole for the filter, if that makes sense. Why does it put me into a match in this? Ah yeah, mine's definitely got the air hole because it's designed for the yeah, it's obviously. Oh, did I drop my? Oh, I dropped my fucking sword, and it's gone out the fucking map because of this fucking map. Right, just smack people to death with a shield then. Alright, Rajiv. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, maybe the one for the M10, because East Germany also used the M10. Okay, I'm just going to unplug my mouse from its charging cable because otherwise that's going to fucking annoy me. And yeah, like I said, I've got the new cable for the microphone, so that should all work fine today. I didn't want to drop my police. Okay, right, so... Yeah, that's good if you have stir fry ends up alright, but yeah, annoyingly I've lost my sword now, haven't I? I won't watch the stream back on my phone now I know everything's in frame and everything. Right, see you, Stalker. Right, let's sell off some of the bits I don't need again, just so there's less clutter in my inventory. Let's get rid of that Pavis because it's so big it kind of messes up. Don't want a poleaxe that big. That's a shorter, better length poleaxe. It's quite a big messer, sell that messer off. I like the stick flails. I like bill hooks. Okay, that's a load of those sold off. Or is this paying them 40k to fuck off, but then they'll probably come back again anyway? I mean, like, if at this point they know they're illegal, why can't they just kick them out? To me, all this sounds like it's like kind of like they're trying to take the piss. Like, yeah, the thing is, I can understand paying to get rid of them if they're in that position where, you know, they can't. I'm just going to turn my game volume down a bit. Sorry. Like, I can understand paying to get rid of people if they're in a situation where it's going to be quite hard to get rid of them. But if they know they're illegal, why can't they just say, you're fucking evicted, bye? Because it's meant to be 40k, and a lot of people could do a hell of a lot with 40k. I bet a lot of our disabled people in this country don't get 40 fucking k for, you know, their yearly PIP income or whatever it is. Yeah, and I bet you some of these, they'll have the thing where they end up... I know it's cheaper than housing, but I bet some of them will end up leaving and then just coming back in. Because there's been schemes like that elsewhere that have failed because of reasons like that. Yeah, again, it depends how much you work, and then again, if you biometrically tagged all of them, you know, so you took their DNA, you took their fingerprints and all this, maybe it might work. But I bet you we wouldn't do that because it'd be against their human rights. So I bet you a lot of them would take the money, pay to come back in with a people smuggler, and just keep repeating that process over and over. Because they're probably like, oh, this is a completely different Mohammed. But yeah, if anybody has suggestions for games for me to stream, feel free to ask, as long as it's games I'd actually play. I mean, primarily ones that I've also got installed at the moment. Like I said, with games like Warno, I need to be careful and turn the music off before I stream them. Because in those, like I said, I got like 7 copyright strikes from that one stream yesterday just because of Warno's awesome music. Indie game. Oh, what, you mean the Indiana Jones game? No, I don't own that at the moment, Rajiv. So again, maybe after next payday. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where right after payday, if I don't have any bills coming out, I might buy it. But at the moment, yeah, I'll probably keep an eye on it for when it's on sale, I reckon. That's quite. I haven't seen it on my wish list in a while. So is it still on my Steam wish list, or is it going to be already in my thing? Indiana, no. So I don't own it. I was just kind of checking that. I was like, I don't actually own it, do I? But no, I think it's on my wish list. Hang on. So it should be, because I was going to get it. I can't remember actually adding that to my thing. Ghosts of Tsushima. Dying Breed's like some Command and Conquer style rip-off game that looks quite good. I'm not going to pay full price for it. Why is it not on my wish list anymore? Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Yes, it's $59.99 at the moment, which I wouldn't pay that for it. But add to your wish list. On your wish list, $85.99 for the premium version. Christ. Yeah, exactly like I said. I'll put it back on the wish list, so I'll find out when it's on sale. But yeah. This is why AAA games kind of aren't doing very well, because of the fact that, you know, people aren't willing to pay that anymore for them. Let's do Sword and Shield for a bit. Do that Messer and that Pavise, even though it's pretty damn big, but we'll do this combination. Yeah, like I said, Blue Point were the ones that did the Demon Souls remake and Shadow of the Colossus, weren't they? And supposedly they were going to do a Bloodborne remake, which would have been great. But yeah, well done, Sony, well done. The Demon Souls remake was the one I got with my PS5 specifically because it was one of the games that I wanted to get the PS5 for. So yeah, well done, Sony, well done. Yeah, loads of developers and like studios do that, don't they? Or like publishers and studios where they have people that release games that sell well for them. So financially, they should be like one of the ones you really want to keep, and they're like, oh no, let's just close it down for making more EA Sports style games or whatever it is. Oh, I just realised Forest isn't a great map because all the shit can fall through the map. But oh well. I was thinking that yellow outfit that guy's got on reminded me of something, but I can't think what it is.
Hold them, peace.
It's not Where's Wally, because that's stripy sort of thing, but it's like one of those kind of almost cartoon character looking things. Oh, that was a good hit you got on me there. You had a Tory candidate randomly turn up. Did you tell them they have a dead party? Aussie, American, Canadian. That wasn't Canadian, I just did that. Are you voting for the Tories, aye? We want to know who you're voting about.
Speaking of terms, not of swears.
I know last time we had one of the candidates come around here, I think my dad got in an argument with them. Because they basically wanted to know that he was voting for, and he said, like, what's your policies on things? And they got upset, basically being asked what their policies would be. I think that was the Lib Dem, but because blatantly they were just trying to, you know, say, promise as much to everybody. So when he asked them actually about, you know, like what some of their local policies were, they you know, literally had no way of answering it, and they were giving non-answers, so you kept going like, so what's your actual policy then? You know, so doing buzzwords and not what the Any issues on the streets? What are they, cops? I was hoping that was going to get his arm off. Oh well. Blimey.
Too much hath been lost, while loss and more.
This guy doesn't stab very straight. Because that should be the like straightforward slash button. How I'm holding that down. But yeah, I'll just chop his hands off then. Oh, he's still coming.
We seek in no quarrel with thee, knight.
I could just use a really big mace to smack people. I think he's down. Oh no, he's getting back up. Smack. What do you mean CSGO is back? CS2 is the current one, isn't it? So what do you mean? Well, I don't really play it, so... No, I'm a guy. Yeah. They with everything now. Oh, what, they've made it its own game again. Okay, so it's good for people that want to play CS:GO, but because like CS:GO changed to CS2, so what, CS:GO and CS2 are two separate things now, are they? Kept your privilege. I'm a lady. That'd probably get you cancelled now, wouldn't it? Crack his kneecaps open. That's a hoblin. There you go.
Tying the hand, be silent, let us start looking.
Yeah, there's cats and dogs you hear on this map, like the yard map. Sometimes the dog barks are really good in the right ear and it actually sounds like a dog in our garden. Alright, Mr. Danny boy. Right, let's not use that big mace for now. Well, let's use a flail on the stick, because they're always good. Alley Riot. Right, yeah, let's do that one. Yeah, alright, thanks, Mr. Dunny boy. Not really anything to report at my end. Oh, he's got a big flail as well, like me.
Thy bravery is proven. No need.
Yeah, if anyone's got other suggestions of games for me to play today, just feel free. If they're installed, I can do it. Also, I have to be careful about copyright stuff, like I said, because yesterday's stream got copyrighted. So now I think I'll ask YouTube to delete big segments of the stream so it can go back online. No, not been up to much lately, as you might know if you saw the video recently, because my granddad died. So no, I've not been up to much recently. I'm not trying to say that like a dickhead, I'm just sort of saying that, you know, I have already spoken about this. Oh, is my flail just fucked up out of nowhere? Great. Grab that shield. I haven't played Dark Souls in ages. Don't think I've got any of them installed. We were on about Blue Point earlier, Rich, because of Sony closing down Blue Point games, so Demon Souls and like that. And they were going to be doing a Bloodborne remake, and Sony closed them down for some stupid reason. All of them? Sorry to hear that, but yeah. So, yeah. Road to Vostok demo could launch that in a minute, actually. Yeah, we could try that again. I'm just going to see if I can get to the next tournament. Oh, it'll be the same tournament again, but you know. Yeah, and I lost my flail, which was good because of the stupid, like, physics breaking it out of the map. Yeah, again, a lot of it's all based around microtransactions as well, isn't it? So it's like games have to keep producing money from people that have already bought it, rather than just selling a good game that you make a one-time sale price off of, and maybe some then DLC a bit later. I did see, was it called High Guard? I'm trying to remember what it was called, but that they've taken down now after it was out for like a week. What's Sony Bend? Yeah, sorting his roof out a while ago, yeah. Saying that's not gonna need any more fixing now, because none of us are keeping the house, so... Oh yeah, Days Gone. Yeah, I heard, so there's not going to be a Days Gone 2, is there? Yeah, because even though it ends on a cliffhanger. So yeah, great, well done. Getting called a cuckold again, that's not right.
Let us parley rather than perish.
Right, so there we go, smacking people with the shield. Alright, war stuff. Alright, let's do the Lord tourney. I'm not going to bring any muscle in, we're just going to see how it goes. No, I played all of that, if you remember. I did all the Dead Trash'em on stream. If you're on about Dead Trash.
Consider, ere the battalion joineth the crosses of border.
Yeah, or do like better Game of the Year editions, or yeah, like include it in multi-packs of other games. Yeah, but they don't do that anymore, do they? Now a lot of the time it's like games, once they've sold for a certain thing, they just take them off sale. or they just stay full price. Yeah, again, the Steam sale price is like one of the things where developers have to agree on what price it's going to be for sale on. So you can tell which developers or publishers are the really greedy ones if their games never get good sale prices. Bonk.
What gain is there in bloodshed?
What gain is there in bloodshed? Alright, mate. At least thanks for showing me that channel so I know about urinating on butterflies now. I'll forget the name of it though, but yeah. I quite like channels like that and like Cunt and the Gang, you know, like the fake singer kind of ones. Oh, it should also be streaming to my Twitch today, because I've told it now, using Meld, although I only really look at the chat on YouTube, to stream to Twitch as well as Kick. So in theory, when I do a stream now like this, it should stream to Twitch and Kick. So in theory, I might get some more views on those platforms, not that I'm really expecting to get many compared to YouTube, but... So Jim E. Brown is the name of it, yeah, because it's then I'm going to forget, but yeah. No, is that guy going to finally go down?
Might we not win them a path of peace?
Yeah, this tournament's going bizarrely well at the moment, isn't it? Despite the fact I just was like, oh, let's just bring the Spike Club in. Won't bother hiring any muscle for it.
Have mercy on me. I swear to you.
Best smelling rubber. Well, most of the modern ones don't even have a smell to them. So that would, I'd say, would be the best smelling rubber, because it doesn't smell. I'm trying to think if there's any I've had that have had a nice smell to them. Oh. You know, as in, like, not a bad smell, but, like, it's alright. I can't really think. Well, the spiked, the war staff with the spikes in it. Yeah, this is literally what the Chinese border guards use on the Indians, I'm not joking. They've got these sticks for that bit of the border where they're not allowed to fight each other with guns, but they shoot each other, sorry, not shoot each other, where they, like, hit each other with sticks and beat each other to death. And this is literally one of the things the Chinese army has now mass-produced. A2M ones, what's that? Oh, arse to mouth. Yeah. Come on, get away from my Spike Club, that's it. Yeah, I win, look. That was Eva. Again, sometimes the Baron Spoilers added. I think that's at least new. I don't think I had those before. Let's have a look. But yeah, if you get a mask that's brand new and like never been used before, you actually sometimes can smell like a rubbery, plasticky smell. So like on this, I have to be careful there because I might knock the cables behind stuff. I was going to say, like with these, like this has a little bit of a smell to this, like you know, like modern Chinese one, just because of the fact that it's actually. This smells like balloons. This smells like, you know, if you buy a big pack of balloons for, like, inflating for a party. Yeah, this smells just literally like balloons, this mask. But yeah. So yeah, sometimes when you get brand new masks, even if they're like new old stock, if they've been sealed in like an airtight bag, yeah, they have a bit of like a rubbery smell to them, like a rubber new plastic smell. I think I've got 2 sets of Baron Van Braces for some reason. Is the Van Brace arm armor or is it leg armor? Yeah, it's arm armor. Yeah, so I've got, because again, annoyingly, one of the times I did the Baron, it gave me 2 sets of the arm armor, even though I'd already got 1 set of it. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Mike. Right, what was the other game somebody suggested a bit earlier that I had installed? No, you obviously know you didn't get scammed if you say I got a load of stuff for a really good price. Then no, you got it for a good price, didn't you? Oh yeah, Road to Vostok, thank you. But yeah. Assuming that you really get the S10 with it, but yeah, getting an S10 alone without any other bits is a good price for that price. Oh, can I actually load game? Yeah, because what I did read on this is, isn't it something like when you die, although your character permanently dies, you keep everything that was in your cabin or some shit? I can't remember how it's meant to work. Even the Myra one for £20 wouldn't be bad. Okay, so I've got the Santa suit, yeah. I've got that, right. So everything I don't want to currently use, I need to find where I can store it. So I think nightstand, okay. What was the interact button? Oh, middle mouse button. Oh, I didn't want to drop that. Go on, pick up the bloody gun off the floor then. Alright, nightstand's not got much room. Have we got stuff with more room in it in any of the other places? Cabinet, oh yeah, right, so... Tell you what, let's put the Santa jacket in there and wear this thing. Right, so that's 762 by 39, not 223. We've got that ammo for the Makarov. Oh, I wanted to put that in a cabinet, not drop it. There we go. Right, so let's eat some food while we're here. Yeah, corner camping AI, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mike. That's why I cut mine, even though a lot of people don't seem to get why I do it. But like I said, yeah, because for me, it's gas masks fit on easier. And it's also the fact that, yeah, it just doesn't irritate you, does it, when you get it short? Alright, my health is 52. What happens if I sleep? Does that heal me at all? You slept 7 hours. Right, I've still got good stats for some reason. It didn't make me hungry or whatever sleeping. But my health is still 52. Right, can I use a bandage to heal? Will that actually heal me? I don't currently have a 9x19 gun on me, but we might as well keep the ammo on me in case I find one. Yeah, normally like one of those wintry caps, like the Deer Stalkery type ones, you get a lot of Milsurp ones like that. Because I've got some Milsurp ones like that. I'm just seeing if I had any behind me to show you what I meant, but I don't think I've got any handy at the moment. But yeah, like, you know, the ones that have like the kind of furry lining or like the wool lining or whatever. And then you've got like, it's like a cap, and then it's got the two bits that hang, and then you can normally button them up under your chin, or you can button them up on top. So if you don't want it to, you know, be in the way, you can have it done like that. If you want it sort of, just organise my inventory. Right, let's go to the village. But yeah, beanies as well are fine. Again, I do the typical fucking thing where often I forget to wear those things when I've got short hair. Yeah, they're a bit like Ushankas. They're not exactly Ushankas, but yeah, similar to that. Again, one of the ones I like is a commie one that isn't a Ushanka. I think it's maybe Czechoslovakian. So it's kind of like a Ushanka, but it's built... The Austrian army ones are really good like that. Again, when I went to Leeds, I should have taken my better quality Austrian army one. But yeah, the Austrian army ones are good, because they're like just very good, high quality ones. Let's get your picture up so you know what I mean. Yeah, so the Austrian army one I've got is like this, and that's good. Yeah, like I said, Romanian M74 gas masks are good, right, if you can see that. So it's like, yeah, it buttons up. Like I said, this is the one I should have taken to Leeds rather than the one I took, because it's a bit better, that one. But, so it's like a regular cap up there, and then obviously you can pin back the, yeah, but bear in mind with Romanian M74s, you probably won't know at the time of buying it if you're going to get one that's a NATO threaded one or an old GOST one. Because I've got those caps. I've got those caps from a few different countries, because a few different countries did very similar caps to that. But the Austrian one, out of all the ones I bought, I think is the best quality one. The British Army one's a bit naff. That's in DPM, because it does up using Velcro, but it's quite shitty Velcro. You know, that doesn't stick very well. Whereas the you know, some of them are buttons, or some of them are like good quality Velcro. The other problem with the British Army one has got a wire in it, which is both good and bad, you know, where you can manoeuvre the wire around to, is this 762 by 39? Yeah, it is. Ah, nice. So, just remember now you reload in this now. No, that dumps it, doesn't it? I have to eject the mag, don't I? And then, remove mag. Right. Drag and drop that onto the mag. There we go. But yeah, if you get the... Like I said, the Romanian M74s and the M85s are basically Draeger M65s that are just slightly higher quality. Yeah, Kevin, because I asked people what they wanted me to play when I was on a bit earlier, and Road to Vostok came up, and I thought, why not? Because at least with this setup, it isn't like I have to set up a game specifically for the stream. I can just, oh yeah, there'll be a load more lighter videos coming for anyone interested in lighters, because I've got all my granddad's old lighters, so I'm going to go through with all of them and see if I can replace the wicks in them or whatever and get them working. Because, my mum's thought, you know, I might want them, and I did. Because my aunt, I think, was otherwise just going to throw them away. So there's some old Ronsons in there, and... Yeah, it's Finnish AK, isn't it, this thing? But, yeah, so, anyway, like I said, got those to go through at some point. Also, we had some really nice binoculars, that, I haven't done a video on them yet, but I did play about with them. And, yeah, they're quite nice. So, again, I'll have to adjust them all for my eyes, clean them all up. But, you know, like, even though my dad is really into binoculars because he does bird watching, they're, like, too heavy for him, for his liking. And obviously, the funny thing with some binoculars like that is the older ones, even if they seem higher quality, aren't actually as good because of, you know, just how optics improve over time. But these are quite decent when I was having a look through them. And they don't seem to have any fogging on the inside of the glass or anything. But yeah, I can understand why people wouldn't like them because of the weight, because these are like, you know, really solid metal binoculars. But, you know, they've got a bit of sentimental value, so I'll probably just keep them. But, yeah, because like I said, that's the sort of thing, isn't it, when you're doing house clearance? You find stuff that you either knew about from years ago and had completely forgotten about, or, you know, stuff you didn't even know that was there in the first place. And again, some of this stuff I wouldn't have really wanted to spend much money on if I was going to get, but as it's stuff that otherwise would be going to a charity shop or whatever, might as well have it. Even I'm trying to clear out space, but you know, like I said, this is stuff with sentimental value. Oh, another Makarov. And a mag for the Makarov. Is that Snuss or something? Oh, bam. There's more ammo. So yeah, there's a couple of old Ronsons. He's got a big cigarette case style lighter that's really nice with his initials on it. Even though I don't smoke now, so you know, that wouldn't really be much use for me, but I'll definitely keep it because it's got his initials in it. It's like one of those like silver or stainless steel kind of cigarette cases with a lighter built into the corner of it kind of thing. And then there's just some other random lighters. I think he's got a table lighter somewhere, but that one I haven't seen yet, so it's probably not been in a room that's been cleared out yet. That bandit has got a hot plate on him. Yep, when I was in Leeds, I did a bit of vaping with stuff in it that wasn't quite tobacco. We'll leave it at that, because it's quite easy to get that stuff up there, and that was nice. Apparently all that stuff comes from California and then gets imported, because California's one of the places where you get this sort of stuff. But I haven't nicotine vaped in quite a while, in all honesty. Speaking of nicotine, when I want nicotine, I normally just do it like this now. The little lozenges, and I quite like those. They're quite good if you want to concentrate. Although, again, the problem with nicotine is it's a laxative, so it's not always a good idea for me to suck on something like that while I'm streaming. Best gas mask for under £50. If you can still get something like a Spaziani under £50, that would be really good for that price, but you don't get a lot of surplus for that price anymore. Pouch. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've been hit. I'm bleeding, or whatever. Oh, my bones are injured. But patches, patches either I find too weak, or I find that they make me feel sick because I get too much nicotine from them. Oh, hiccup. I think I'm just going to randomly bleed out again, aren't I? But we'll find out then if I die, if all that stuff is in the house still. Yeah, if I'm going to die, let me just let my character die, and then I can have a look for you with on eBay. £50 for a gas mask or respirator, what you can get at the moment. No, I don't want to open the fucking app. Gas mask. Right, so let me set the price to, how do I do that with the price? So yeah, I've loaded the house up, so in theory, my Nagant, I think, should be... There's Chinese MF14s on eBay for $57.95, you could probably get them cheaper off AliExpress. But MF14s are actually alright. Okay, I'm just trying to work out on the eBay or little eBay mobile thing how you can do the filters of like £50 or less. price at maximum price. Let's put 51 in as a maximum price. Show 711 results. And then let's sort from highest to lowest. If I can. Sort by highest price first, so we can see some of the best things coming up. Hopefully, if again, Yugoslav MC1s definitely aren't worth close to £50. Some more Chinese MF14s under £50. Again, that's good, but you can probably get them cheaper than that on AliExpress. Some coming up for over 50 quid, even though I specified under 50 quid. Let me search respirator rather than gas mask. Yeah, again, that's kind of realistic AI, isn't it? If they hear footsteps or whatever, that they're some like Italian mask or something. Oh, it's a Chinese MF14, just with an Italian description. Again, like I said, with like the Spaziani, now and again you will get like new old stock of so here's like the Climax. This one's quite similar to this particular one's quite similar to the Spaziani. It's not quite as good as the Spaziani, but that one's again like a very similar mask that's pretty good for that price. But yeah, like I said, it's just a case of like personally, like I said, because I'm quite happy with buying off AliExpress as long as you know what you're looking for. I don't want to wear a Santa jacket. There we go. Right, okay, so I've got the Nagant, but I've only got the ammo that's in it. But yeah, so again, it's just a case of like I said, sort of you know, knowing what to look for. Tell you what we could do in a second. Once I die in this again, I'll get an incognito tab up so it's not messed up by anything I've actually looked at on eBay, and we'll see what I can find that I could recommend to you at the moment. If you want me to. Because like I said, I could just do this how this is set up and it's not a problem. But yeah, when you say nicotine pouches, do you mean patches or do you mean like snus? SMCKAB, because I have a weird feeling snus is illegal in the UK. Yeah, not too bad, David. You know, regular sort of shit at the moment for me. I was like saying to some of the people early on, I've been going through some of my granddad's stuff recently, so there's some stuff there I can do videos on, as and when I get around to doing it. I suppose what you could do with this game is you could grab a load of shit, couldn't you, then go straight back to your little house and stash everything in your house. It's probably one of the ways that maybe you're meant to play this. Oh, see, there's a big bag. Okay, equip. Yeah. So yeah, there's some lighters there, some binoculars. Again, as more of the house is cleared up, we'll probably find some more interesting stuff. Do the test using banana oil or similar. So, you know, like I said, get something like isomyl acetate or smelling salts. Put the mask on with a proper filter that should work and everything. Then do the tests to see if you can smell anything through them. And, you know, if you've got a newish filter on there, you know, but you can still smell the smelling salts or the banana oil or whatever, you know that the mask's fucked, basically. There's not much more to it than that. Oh, the funny thing with this game is that's actually just a shooting target, not a dartboard. When I saw this, Mike, I thought of you, thinking, oh yeah, that's about the right height for a dartboard. Look, just a bit over my character's head. The bullseye. but I think that isn't meant to be a dartboard. I think that's meant to be like a scoring target for like maybe an air rifle or something. Right, we want to head, don't we, more towards like the towny area, like where there's more houses. That's where the AI normally spawns. But yeah, I thought it's still at least the right height, isn't it? It's what you'd actually, like you were saying, it's about eye level with a 6-foot person or whatever, which should be for the correct height for a dartboard. There's a corpse. Alright, how do I work the bolt? Oh, alright, control click. Oh, do I have to control click again? Yeah. Alright, where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, that guy's got a much... Don't know if I think that guy's looted some of the stuff that was on me. Yeah, I think that's snuff it's normally called, isn't it? And I think, weirdly, they're illegal in the UK. Those sort of things. Again, I don't know why, because nearly every other tobacco thing is completely legal. But I think it's probably just a case of politicians being like, oh, it's too addictive. Now, something that was in the news I saw the other day, which is kind of interesting, not like mainstream news, but, you know, like something, is I can't remember what the company was. I think it might be fucking Palantir and a couple of others, you know, that evil company, Palantir. They've actually started putting cigarettes and other tobacco products in vending machines in the company, and they found it's increased the productivity of the workers. Oh yeah, but in the Isle of Man you can also have fucking guns, can't you? More than in the UK. But yeah, snus is one of those weird ones, I think, even though you can have loads of other tobacco products in the UK, I have a weird feeling snus is one of the ones you can't have. Like, you know, I've never seen it for sale here, and I think there was a warning about bringing it back one of the years I was on a foreign holiday. But like I said, if I have nicotine now, I normally like it in this way, like the mint lozenges, whatever they're called. So they're basically a bit like just a cough sweet sort of thing you suck on. And then you get quite a lot of nicotine off of them. Again, you get them in different doses. But the Nicorette ones are quite good because they dissolve properly. I did have another brand of these that were cheaper, and although the nicotine content was fine, they didn't dissolve very well in my mouth. You know, they kind of like dissolve a bit, and then they kind of turn into like this kind of weird chewy pastel-y sort of thing. Where the Nicorette ones are designed that, you know, you just suck them till they basically have gone, like a mint. Control click is just for reloading. Oh, okay, you can press R to cycle the bolt if it's loaded. Right, cheers, thank you. Yeah, they can rot your gums, can't they? But again, the UK isn't a very sensible country for stuff that is, like, stuff that should or shouldn't be, you know, legal. Again, that's the sort of thing over here where often they don't really pay attention to that, our politicians. Right, have I got one in the chamber for this? Yeah, 5+1. So yeah, our politicians are pretty bad for, you know, if something's safer, they wouldn't necessarily allow it over here. Again, it's like they've really gone after disposable vapes, even though they haven't gone after cigarettes as much. So, you know, again, it's one of those things where, the politicians have decided that, you know, different kinds of vapes are more bad or whatever than I do get a good stalker vibe from this, though. Well, like I was saying, when I was in Leeds, because one of my friends got them quite easily, the disposable vapes that contained something that wasn't nicotine were quite good. And that's something I wouldn't normally take otherwise. Yeah, got hit there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that with the bolt. Oops. Right, oh, oops, yeah. They got me pinned down. Again, I'm sure they could dispose of them properly and it wouldn't be an issue, but yeah, knowing politicians, obviously. Oh, we want to do something about these horrible disposable vapes and the right-wing fuggery. Right, where's the bastard that was trying to pin me down? Right-wing fuggery. I'm fixing the foundations. I want to be very clear. We had no involvement in bombing Iran. What, that made this Rajiv or something else? Fixing the foundations. And I imagine whoever made this is Finnish, because the game starts in Finland. Is there an ETA for when the full game's out and not just a demo? Because again, if it's not that much, this is something I'd probably pick up. But it's not something I see myself playing all the time. You know, I'd do it on stream for you guys, but... 7th of April, so we're in March, aren't we? So March, April, May, yeah, so next month, about exactly 1 month away. It's not the 7th today, is it? So that's the 5th today, but... Right, you should never peek the same corner twice, but I'm just going to do it. Because again, I don't know how good the AI is, or isn't in this. Again, I have no fucking clue where he was shooting at me from. I might show you guys in a bit, actually, rather than this. Because, like I said, I do like this, but I think I have to be in the right mood to play this. I will show you guys the, what you call it thing, quick game. The, what you call it, the zombie game that's kind of like first-person Project Zomboid. But what I want to do first is do a incognito tab. Can I just do that on one of these? Blah, 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 new incognito window. And then what I want to do is let's go to eBay and see if we can find gas masks for under 50 quid, like whoever was saying. So, respirator. Again, that's just kind of like a 3M copy thing. Those 3M ones that are like the 30 quid ones, they're alright if you just want them for the particle bit, but otherwise those aren't great because you can't change the filters on them. But I have used those before and they're not awful. But yeah, anyway. Customize, is it? No, I don't want to do that. I want to do... Again, it's a different loadout on here. OX7, they haven't got my... Oh, I guess it's doing a rough guess on my postcode, isn't it, with the incognito mode. Ah, there we go. Right, let's do maximum price. 50. There we go. And then I want to sort them price, highest price first. So, Chinese 3M knockoff masks. Again, I don't... Wow, £173 postage from the US for a Chinese mask. Can I set this to UK only? Just do free pose. Those are pretty good. I know it's half face respirator, but those Scott Aviva ones, because you can actually put regular 40mm filters on them. So they're pretty good in that regard. Again, like I said, I absolutely hate those sort of style dust masks because they don't make a good face seal. Some Chinese supplied air thing. GP5s might end up being rare in the future, but they're certainly not at the moment. Again, those Chinese 40mm masks aren't awful based off of the 3M things. Which ones are the Scott Pro? Oh, you mean 40mm din for the filters? I think they're just regular 40mm Stanag, because they certainly don't claim to be anything else. But I think the reason they work on some masks, even though they're Stanag, is because the plastic gets sheared into it as you screw it in. Oh, replica indie bag, even though you could probably get a World War II one for less than that with all the stuff in there. It's free, don't miss out. Ooh, what's this? Hang on. Oh, when you order more than £30, one of the local Chinese restaurants is doing some freebies. I might look at that a bit later. I wonder if Spaciani's are still around. I know the company is, but what I meant is just if there's still any on eBay. No, just the filters. Again, 12 quid for the massive ABEC filters are there. Isn't too bad. We just go on AliExpress a minute, in incognito. Bob's Burgers is a suggestion, whatever that is. Don't want to register sign. Those type are absolutely fucking awful. I have got a video coming out in like a week or so about masks I totally avoid, and I mention that type on there. Those really, really low tier Chinese ones like that. Again, you can get the awesome red version. Like I said, I've already got an affiliate link for these, but no, fuck off with your thing. But yeah, I've already got an affiliate link for these, but no, it's not. It's obviously not designed to fit a Ghost mask, even though it might do it. But yeah. For Ghost masks, literally, hang on, because you can get them on AliExpress. Airsoft, no, because sadly there isn't much near me that, like places that do airsoft. That's a shame, but they're good. So yeah, these Chinese style filters, right? These are actually Ghost threaded. All of these like metal Chinese ones you get on AliExpress. Don't get those crappy plastic ones like that. Yeah, the fairly big ones, like, again, this is really annoying every time I open the tab. So, like, this type, for example, those are actually Ghost threaded, so if you physically wanted to put one on a Soviet-style mask, you'd have no issue. And I'm pretty sure when we've discussed this before, those are, like, combination filters, a lot of them, but they just can't legally say they are because, you know, they've not submitted them for whatever qualification check. Again, other brands on there. But anyway, let's play a game, shall we, rather than just looking at masks. Not really from AliExpress, because China mostly makes Ghost filters. They export masks, so you can buy NATO threaded masks on AliExpress, but they don't really make the filters themselves. Yeah, can't show airsoft stuff though on the live stream because YouTube will give me a strike for it. Because, you know, guns. But I have done videos on some of the airsoft stuff, but like I said, I don't really play it. What was I going to have a look at on here that I said would also be an interesting thing to play? Oh, the zombie game, yeah. What was it called? Vane, wasn't it? So if I go on Vane... We'll start a game probably on this because I've only ever played this with my friends on like the online, but this is like first person Project Zomboid. I've actually got an airsoft pistol right on my desk right here, and I can't show it you. because it would get me a strike on the stream, but it's an Airsoft CZ75. I got like a warning that would have been followed up with a strike on one of my live streams with, oh, hang on, this new game is there, right. Multiplayer off, hideable close. No, I don't want that, hideable. Base damages, yeah, let's keep that on. Build structure decay. I'll turn that off, that, like, your structures decay. Difficulty preset. Let's do just beginner, because I haven't played loads of this. Advanced, yeah, we won't do that. That's like containers respawning and that, because again, it's like zomboid where you can have. But yeah, YouTube gets really funny now about showing any sort of gun or whatever on a live stream. I can show you bayonets and whatever on a live stream, but for whatever reason, it's just guns now. I think because they think you're gonna shoot somebody with it, like yourself or somebody else. I've got helmets, but I don't know if a load of them are handy right now. And again, I can't really show them with the headset on. So yeah, there's a British Mark 7. Look, the M40 I've got is, if you mean the German one, that's just a Chinese replica one. Right, again, I'm going to need to move this little window if I can, because it's in a position that's quite awkward for the game. Hang on. Right, how, now I've got the thing up. Again, how do I do smart drag? Right, let's turn off enable click through a minute. Let's move this window up to... Oh, it's because I've cropped it, haven't I? Oh, bollocks. I'm just going to have to try and work around it. I know Finland used it, but what I'm saying is the Germans designed the M40, the M35, M40, whatever helmet. Right, again, I'm just going to try and figure out if I can move this a moment, just because otherwise I can't really do the game interface. Right, let's turn the crop off. Can I then move it? Tell you what, let's close the window thing. I'll close that, I'll move this, then I'll reopen the window thing. That might do it. Okay, right. Then I want wind top again. Want that thing. Window top. Then I can do the opacity, enable click through, enable crop, click that bit. That's the bit I want to keep. The actual text bit. Right, let's see if that works now. Yeah, right. Let's just give my character a random name. Elmer Robinson. Yeah, let's go with that because my surname is Robinson. Let's go with that face. Let's make him look quite sickly, like that. Let's make him just really pale and sickly looking, like that. Eye colour doesn't really matter. Next, again, it's more about the stats and what my character looks like. I don't really care. Let's do strength, vitality, and scavenging. Alright, cool. Yeah. Have a good evening, or afternoon, or whatever time it is where you are. Right. Drug dealer could be my profession. Could be a pig, a politician, but they wouldn't survive for the zombie apocalypse. Religious leader, okay. Salesperson. My character's got proper man boobs. Look at that. Thief. Unemployed. Let's be unemployed. We're an unemployed person. We won't give him any random perks. Vain Kevin, which is Again, I don't really know where any of these places are on the map, but it's kind of like a first-person Project Zomboid that's in early access that all my friends have got, so I ended up getting it. But unlike Project Zomboid, I find it is easier to get into because of the fact that it's first-person. So, you know, the controls just make more sense for me than the third-person game does. I've never changed it on my GP7. Right, do I have a flashlight? Alright, it's F, okay. Right, so let's drink from the thing while there's still water. Alright, I'm overly hydrated. I don't want to be overly hydrated, but again, still isn't a great thing for the thing. Shower cap, hairdryer, I don't really want any of those. Antidepressants, yeah, let's take some of those. There's only rotten stuff in there, but there's some seeds, they might be useful. Yeah, isn't YouTuber unemployed though? That's what I am. Fishing hat, oh yes please. Oh again, I'm gonna need to... Right, I'm gonna just try and find somewhere that's better for this window. Can I do this to get it over to that side? Let's see if it works a bit better there. Again, I just want it somewhere
Please
where
obey all orders given by the United States National Guard.
Oh, on
The
some of the
President of the
TVs in
United
this,
States will
Night
be
the Living
addressing
Dead
nation
plays the
over all
entire film.
stations shortly.
Because
Please stand
Romero,
by
you know,
for
fucked the
further
copyright up on that. They've just put the entire film of Night the Living Dead in the game for some reason. Not anymore. That was a while ago. I quit that. Like I said, just because it got really, really shit, that job, after different companies kept buying us out. And at the moment, with like stuff that's been going on in my personal life, I'm not going to bother getting a job until I really, really need to. And again, if I potentially want to move, there's no point getting a job until I move, sort of thing. See, this is why I like this more than Project Zomboid, is because of the fact that when I'm actually... Oh, I've got a keyboard. Okay. Like the angry German kid. Das Computerspiel! Right, so I am in this place called Sarnak. Okay. Place there called Russia, look. Okay, the keyboard isn't very good. Who'd have guessed? I need a baseball bat or something better. Pimpalast Triple IPA, that sounds good. I can't drink it. Eat a cucumber slice. What, Night the Living Dead, do you mean? I don't know if I have a flashlight battery or not. I know you've got battery for your phone. Right, let's see if I can find a better weapon than what I've got. Okay, so it's got the Fallout style lockpicking thing, I think. Yeah, okay, probably wants to go that way. Can I just turn the ceiling lights on? Yeah, while the city still has electricity, might as well do that. Alright, baseball bat, good, right. So I don't want the keyboard at all, let's drop that. Right, baseball bat. There we go, that should be better in every way. We've got dryer and a washing machine, toilet. Just nick all the medical stuff out of there. Seeds in the bin again. Anything good in here? Beanie, like we were on about earlier. Let's wear that then, why not? Legal Canadian dollars on a debit card, okay? Maybe all the debit cards in this are real people's debit cards with their actual stuff stolen off them. Oh, I think there's a zombie in there, look. Is there a window to that room? Yeah, but that's in the way. Okay. I don't want to pick the lock because then he'd probably immediately just come out and kill me. Toilet paper, like it's COVID again. I think you have to get a bed to save the game, so we'll see if we can find a house that looks worth, like, fortifying to. Nothing on that zombie I want. Yeah, I've just thought I'd show you this game for a little bit before I do something else. So we might want to lock the doors behind us as well. Again, this is one of those games you have to be in the mood to sort of properly get into it, because that's the problem at the moment. I'm kind of sometimes not in the mood to play stuff like this. Should we see if we can get a car? Well, for this one, is it, Raju? Like I said, I've not really looked at it, their roadmap, because it's just a case of where a load of my friends got it, so I got it because it wasn't that much. I like driving in my car. Cheers, Wilhelm. Thank you. Right, no car in this garage. There's some zombies in the house, though. I said to some of the people earlier in the stream that I've got some of his stuff I'll be doing videos on as and when some of his stuff we sort through it. Because some of his stuff will be interesting for people who find my sort of content interesting. Where's that noise coming from? Inside, is it? Zombies up here. Yeah, in there, I think. Let's find a house that's actually worth, like, barricading up or whatever. And it'd be good if I could find a car. Auto saving, okay. Oh, the click-through's not working on that window. Hang on. Enable click-through. Okay. Hand soap. Oh, we could drink the hand soap. Does that do anything? Slightly poisoned, okay. Okay, it's just, like, I'm very mildly Christian, as in, I don't go to church, but I have read the New Testament, and I think Jesus was a good guy, even if I've, you know, I don't completely believe in all it. Does that make sense? But a lot of my mates are atheists, and that doesn't bother me. As long as people, I find, as long as people don't shove their religion down other people's throats or start violence because of religion, I get on with basically anyone. Yeah, well, that's what's happening, Kevin, with loads of the industry now, is that people are just fed up with mainstream games, so how much they cost and how broken they are at release anyway. Right, that house over there, let's go have a look at that. Still slightly poisoned, in slight pain as well. I assume I'm in slight pain because I've both been hit and because I drank the soap. Apparently as well, you're meant to put the blinds down and things like that, so the zombies can't see. Can I close the curtains? Close the blinds, because the zombies then can't see you or the lights on inside the house or whatever. I should have locked the door before I slept, but anyway, let's have a look at something else for now. Like I was saying, I was just having a quick look at this, because, oh, what was I going to say, like, you know, because I haven't really played much of it yet, but, what else is there that might be, good for streaming? Yeah, I've been on over an hour, so I won't play loads of stuff at the moment, but, Escape from Duckov, that's like a weird Tarkov thing where you're a duck. Being this loud. Click settings. Can I have the settings? Settings. Audio. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, I don't care if people are religious or whatever. It's just I hate when people obviously use religion as a thing to beat other people up with, or, you know, whatever else. So it's like, again, religion for me is one of those things that, you know, respect other people's boundaries with it. And, like, you know, some people find great comfort in it. you know, and whatever, it can be used for good, but a lot of people use it for bad, and it's just one of those sort of things, so. Yep, like we said, Kevin, that's the problem now, that, I don't really know what I'm doing in this, but... Rusty bullets, eh? Don't know, I'm not in the mood to play this either. Right, let's click this. Let's load up Armour 2. Just because Armour 2 I can always get in the mood to play. That's right, so Armour 2. We want Operation Arrowhead, don't we, to play all the content that's in the game. Why does it go into community? I just click play. Yeah, this game came out in 2010 apparently, because the copyright says 2010 Bohemia Interactive. So yeah, this game is, what, 16 years old now? 15, 16 years old? Yeah, I don't know why it's gone straight to the network thing. But yeah, let's do that warfare mode. So you want to do new LAN. It needs to be one of the ones that we can do. Let's do Crimson Lance. I think that's the one where you can play as the British Army. Yeah. And then we'll do Blue 4 because I want to get my L85. Oh, I need to get the chat window working in this as well in a moment. Because it's probably too old to support windowed game mode, isn't it, this? Voting. Let's vote for the AI. Right, let's have a look. Options. Video options. Advanced. Yeah, I can't see a thing for windowed, so let's see if borderless gaming can force Armour to run in a window. Create profile. Okay. And make borderless. Right, okay, but can we get the other thing to show up with Armour 2? I'm not wearing a necklace. There's the headphone cord. That's headphones. Right. Oh, this is going to be annoying if I can't get the chat thing up. If I do Alt Enter, that sometimes forces games to no, it doesn't work with Armour. Right, is that thing still set as top? Set top. Yeah, because this isn't. Oh, that's annoying. This isn't actually a borderless game. Again. Oh, let's just click that little thing there. That's still not got the chat open, has it? So this won't really work while I've got the stream set up at the moment. I suppose just for now I can just look at this chat on my phone, like I used to always do with these streams. Just so I've got something to do. But Again, YouTube has made the font so bloody small. I can't bloody see it. They got the Mark 6 helmets or the Mark 7 helmets. I can't actually tell. Right, let's get a jackal then. We have to capture an R to the west. Okay. Oh, I've got my US compass here for whatever reason.
One o'clock, close.
Move.
Man, front, 100 meters.
There's my jackal. Oh, I want to change my weapon, don't I, to be the version of an L80, SA80 with the scope on it. Well, let's do a Susat. Yeah, that's not a Susat. Buy weapons. Susat.
10 o'clock, man, 50 meters.
There we go. Don't, right, 2 commander's seat. Right,
Oh.
okay, there we go.
Forward, fast.
Set it to be
Left,
proper free.
fast, right,
whatever
fast.
I don't want to be driver, don't I? Not the fucking commander, because otherwise it drives really badly. What's Japanese output you on about? Would you mean like shops or what, Raju? Sorry. Sort of didn't quite see what you're saying again, because I've got the tiny font now, which is really annoying. Now, annoyingly with this one, you can actually use the gun, but I think you have to press like O on the numpad, yeah. Because that was one of the things I never got before. You can't just double right click this one to use it as the sorry, I'll use that gun. Yeah, I think early 2000s were really, really good for games, because that's where a lot of my favourite games came out then. Like the Time Splitters games, Stronghold and Stronghold Crusader were very early 2000s. Other games I really like Oddworld, they were late 90s. Some of the Oddworld games were early 2000s. Halo was all like early 2000s, wasn't it? So, Half-Life 2, yeah, was 2004. Half-Life 1 was 1998. Because this is Armour 2, yeah, sometimes the walls like just downright stop your vehicle. They've captured that one then. I didn't get there in time, so I didn't get any money for it. Where's next? How about that one? Capture Feruzabad, set as current task. I have to see if I've got all the, not on this stream, but I have to see if I've got all the Armour 2 content ported over to Armour 3. Because I know you can do this mode in Armour 3. And obviously, because it's Armour 3, some of the mechanics run a bit better, even if, like I said, I love the jank of Armour 2. Yeah, 90s, yeah, like you said, was amazing, yep. Right. Are they going to be hostiles coming up here? No, this is a neutral town without anybody in it, so I'm not going to get shot by just parking here. Yeah, Half-Life 2 is 22 years old now. Let that sink in. Half-Life 2 is 22 years old. So Kevin says, I remember Halo 3 feeling like this massive global thing as a kid. It was like a movie release or something that came out in a new, never seen a game with as much hype. Actually delivered. Yeah, Gears of War, speaking about that sort of era, Gears of War 1 I really liked. Didn't like many of the other Gears of Wars afterwards, but Gears of War 1 is good. Yeah, that just makes me feel old now when you look at like what years some of these games came out and you think, oh, that's over 20 years ago that What, Czech South African SMG, sorry? I've completely lost the trail of this conversation now. Right, oh, I reckon that guy has the Mark 7 with the MTP on because of the shape of it. Where did I put my Mark 7? Yeah, I reckon that guy that's like on the gunner seat, look, because of the shape of the helmet, I reckon he's got the Mark 7 because if I hold it this way up and then zoom back in where his head is.
Target that house. 1-3.
Yeah, it's the exact same shape because it's got the raised bit there where it's kind of flat there and then slightly down again a bit by the neck. So yeah, it's probably Mark 6s on like the guys that don't have the multicam on. Because yeah, this would have come out just as the British Army sort of adopted multicam with this, but obviously a lot of our stuff's still in Desert DPM in this. You see the camelback on that guy's back. Right, okay, we'll go into that other southern place now. I'm not going to do an entire game of Warfare while you guys are watching for this stream. Especially because, like I said, the chat window I can't even have up on here without doing loads of messing about. So I can only see the tiny, tiny font YouTube does on my phone. So sorry, you're saying it's a 9mm. I found it for around mag. All right, what? When you were in Nambia, sorry, you found one. What, like just somewhere, or like abandoned or whatever. That's cool. Right. Okay. Let's go get this town. It's coming up to 7 PM UK time, so I won't be on much longer because I want to go get dinner in a bit. Should be streaming tomorrow in the afternoon. I'm at the Blue Cross volunteering in the morning. That's just in the morning, so hopefully by the afternoon I've got a bit of spare time. I've got a supermarket delivery though coming tomorrow afternoon because what was I going to say? Because annoyingly, on Amazon, none of the coconut rice was in stock, and I like coconut rice. So I had to organise like a home delivery from Morrison's to get loads and loads of packets of coconut rice. Mountain Dew, yeah. Oh yeah, I've had kidney stones twice, and it's fucking horrible. Okay, yeah, there's people just shooting at each other. Okay, all fun and games, I guess. I haven't run into any Afghans yet in this, or not Afghans, whatever, Takistanis, whatever they're called. Anyway, I am probably going to go off fairly soon. But yeah, it's also, what you call it, because yeah, I normally got the Uncle Ben's ones, but they don't even call it Uncle Ben's anymore, do they? Because that's racist or something. So, they're just called Ben's, whatever rice now, aren't they? But yeah, just like I said, annoyingly, I really like the, I really like the Uncle Ben's coconut rice, but annoyingly, yeah, none of that was in stock on Amazon. Because a lot of those, like, microwave rices you can get for like £1 a packet, which is pretty good for like a 200 something gram packet of rice, for just doing with some other sort of food. Yeah, so Uncle Ben is no longer a thing, because during all the Black Lives Matter stuff, they decided that Uncle Ben, because uncle or something like uncle and auntie or whatever, like their house N-words, you can't have them anymore. So that's why there's no longer a smiling black man on the packet of rice. By Sainsbury's brown rice. Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can get the picture up, actually. So I want the, let's do incognito, so hopefully, so Uncle Ben, no, I want Stalin Quaker Man meme. See if I can find it. No, it's none of these. Stalin, Quaker Man, Uncle Ben. Come on, where's this meme? Normally I could find it fine, but right, let me just try on the proper browser. So, Uncle Ben meme. Let's try Uncle Ben. Well, rice. Again, I want the Stalin one. Why is this not coming up? This fucking. Is it because Google is so shit now? Let's try Bing. See if Bing can do it. Uncle Ben Stalin Quaker Man meme. Oh look, Bing can fucking get me what I'm looking for. So this was the meme. Hang on. This is what I was trying to show you guys. So, what's that, Land O'Lakes butter or whatever? We didn't have that in the UK, but you've got the Quaker Stalin, you've got Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben. And then zoom in. Can I zoom in? I suppose I could hold control and do that, couldn't I? There you go. But yeah, only the Quaker man remains. So only Whitey is left on the packet because of all the SJWs going, that's racist having an Indian on your packet, or you know, Native American, or a black lady, or a black man. So yeah, only the Quaker man remains. Because you can, if you still buy Quaker Oats, it's still got the Quaker man on. But yeah, Uncle Ben is not on the rice anymore. Even though I still call it Uncle Ben's rice. Again, Aunt Jemima, like pancakes and syrup, weren't as much a thing in the UK either. But Uncle Ben's rice. Yeah. Have you seen The Jerk? What's that, a film or something else? What's The Jerk? Oh, okay. No, I haven't. Right, let me look it up. The Jerk, IMDb. 1979. A simple-minded, sheltered country boy suddenly decides to leave his family home to experience life in a big city, where his naivete is both his best friend and his worst enemy. No, I haven't seen that. I might check that out then. Right, anyway, I'm going to be off now, so I'm going to go do some food. Have a good evening, everybody. But yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll be on tomorrow evening as well. But we'll see if we can find a game or just do a webcam chat where we can think of something to do for... But yeah, they're just purging people off the things. But yeah, anyway, have a good evening, everyone. And so what? Greeks and Italians are still fair game, are they? Okay. But yeah. Right, anyway, have a good evening, everyone, and I will see you all, yeah, hopefully tomorrow or whatever. Right, see you all, yeah, have a good evening. And I stopped stream via Mel, don't I now yet? Go offline.